Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am here today with another installment of our series where we take a look at what life is like for some of the most unusual animals here on Earth. And I bet that, when you heard the title of this episode, you immediately knew which animal that we were going to be talking about. They are one of the most recognizable animals in the world, but just how do they experience life? Let's find out. This is the discovery life of being. Jellyfish have existed on Earth for over 500 million years, and there are around 2,000 species of them alive today. They can be found in pretty much all parts of the world's oceans, from the sunlit surface waters to the dark depths of the ocean floor. Jellyfish come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. The largest species, the lion's mane jellyfish, can have a bell that reaches up to 2 meters in diameter and tentacles that can grow over 10 meters long. On the other end of the spectrum, the smallest species, the Olympia, is only about 1 millimeter across. They are undoubtedly one of the most visually striking animals on the planet, with many different species having beautiful translucent bodies that allow us to see right through them. So let's start off by taking a look at their body plan. As strange as it may seem, jellyfish actually belong to a group called cnidarians, which also includes corals and anemones. They are made up of two basic layers of cells, the outer epidermis and the inner gastrodermis, with a jelly-like mesoglia sandwiched in between. This mesoglia can make up the majority of their total volume and contains a few specialized cells, but is largely thus structural support. One of the most easily recognizable features of jellyfish are their stinging cells. These are actually modified cells within the epidermis, and each one contains a small amount of venom. When triggered, these cells fire and inject the venom into the victim, which can cause pain, paralysis, or even death. Not all jellyfish have stinging cells, but all cnidarians do. In fact, all members of the phylum Cnidaria have these stinging cells, hence the name cnidarians. Jellyfish are also diploblastic, meaning that their tissues develop from only to germ layers during embryonic development. This contrasts with most other animals, including us, who are triploblastic, developing from 3 germ layers. So now we know what makes them tick. Let's see how they experience the world around them. Jellyfish have no bones or rigid external structures and are therefore technically invertebrates. Their lack of a skeleton means that they don't have muscles either, so they cannot move around like we do. Instead, they rely on a process called cyclosis to move water throughout their bodies. Water is drawn into the central gastrovascular cavity through a structure called the osinoid, then circulated around the bell and out through other small pores called the munites. This constant flow of water brings oxygen and nutrients to the jellyfish while removing waste products. Jellyfish also use this process to move around, although they are not very fast. By expanding the dome-shaped part of their body, they increase the pressure inside and push themselves along. Some jellyfish can also contract their bodies to move in a sort of hit and glide motion. The contraction pulls the tentacles behind it, which are then released to propel the jellyfish forward. One thing that all jellyfish have in common is that they are carnivorous. Despite lacking any real nervous system, they are able to capture and eat prey. All jellyfish have a single opening to their digestive system, which acts as both a mouth and an anus. This opening is surrounded by stinging cells that are specifically designed to detect chemicals in the water, such as those produced by potential prey. When triggered, these cells fire and paralyze the prey, after which it is brought into the central cavity and digested. Now let's talk about their brains. Well, more accurately, their lack of brains. Jellyfish are among the simplest animals on the planet and don't have any kind of centralized brain. They do have a nerve net that allows them to respond to stimuli such as light, gravity, and touch. This nerve net consists of interconnected neurons spread throughout the body, and scientists believe that it evolved independently from other nerve nets seen in other simple organisms. It's thought that this primitive nervous system enables basic functions like detecting potential mates, sensing danger, and coordinating contractions for swimming. While they may not be able to solve complex problems or learn new tricks, jellyfish are still very sensitive creatures. They can sense changes in their environment, such as the approach of a predator, and will react accordingly. For example, some species will release a cloud of ink to confuse the predator, while others will simply try to swim away. Now let's discuss their senses, like their nervous system. Many of their sensory organs are also quite primitive. They do have light-sensitive eyes called ocelli, which can detect changes in light intensity and direction, allowing them to sense day and night and even judge the distance between themselves and potential prey. They can also sense chemicals in the water with special cells called chemoreceptors. These help them find food, detect predators, and identify potential mates. Some species also have a statocist, a structure that allows them to sense changes in orientation and balance, but it's unclear whether jellyfish actually have a sense of hearing. They live in a watery environment that conducts sound well, and they do have a structure called a statocist, which is used for hearing in some other marine animals. However, there's no evidence that jellyfish use hearing to communicate or respond to their environment. Another fascinating aspect of jellyfish is their unique way of reproducing. Most species are either male or female, but some can do both. They can reproduce both sexually and asexually, which is a huge advantage. It means that if conditions are favorable, they can reproduce quickly and in large numbers. During sexual reproduction, males release sperm into the water, which then fertilize eggs produced by females. The fertilized eggs then develop into new jellyfish. Asexual reproduction, on the other hand, occurs when a single parent produces offspring that are genetically identical to itself. In some cases, jellyfish can reproduce by budding, where a small outgrowth or bud develops into a new jellyfish. Other species can split in two or more pieces, a process known as fragmentation, with each piece regenerating the missing parts to form a complete jellyfish. Jellyfish are a truly remarkable species that have been around for hundreds of millions of years. Despite their simple body plan and lack of complex nervous system, they are successful predators and can reproduce both sexually and asexually. While we may never know what it's like to be a jellyfish, we can appreciate their beauty and ecological importance. Their presence in our oceans is a reminder of the incredible diversity of life on Earth and the need to protect our natural world. So, the next time you see a jellyfish, take a moment to appreciate the amazing creature that it is. Who knows, you might even learn something new. That's it for this episode. Don't forget to stay tuned for more episodes of the Life of Being series, where we explore the weird and wonderful ways that different animals experience the world around them. What did you think about the life of being a jellyfish? Did you learn anything new or surprising? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. See ya.